Here we've got a 1985 300ZX that I drug in here on my trailer, and you can see it is far from perfect as it's missing a T-top. It did not start when it came to me, and we'll start in the back of it actually. You can see the sending unit is still out of the fuel tank, and something has got the brake lights stuck on, so there's some more things that need to be done on it. But I put a fuel pump in it, and I wasn't the first person to put a fuel pump in it, because there was one sitting here, and the one that was in it had no continuity across the motor, so it had given up. But then when I first put it in, nothing happened. Then I got to looking at this plug, and I think it used to be blue, but it looks like we've had an awful lot of resistance in this plug. So we're going to bypass that with some new connectors. Hopefully it'll still work. So I played with that and got the fuel pump working. And then I went to start it. I let it prime a few times because I don't know when the last time this ran. And it fired off and ran, but it wouldn't idle. It'd go down to idle and it'd just fall on its face as soon as you'd shut the throttle. So I had to improvise. I had to do some research because 80s Japanese sports cars are not something I see every day. But if you'll notice, I've got this nice big loop, because that's about the only way I could think of to make this work until I can find the right hoses. But somebody has capped off, and there were two other caps on these, one here and one here. And I'm sure this one goes to there for the breather for the crankcase. But this right back here is the idle air control valve, because it's not here in the throttle body. Now that it gets air, it will actually sit here and idle beautifully. So I'm going to set you down. I'm going to crank this thing back up. So there. And I'm very impressed with how smooth this V6 still is. I don't know what kind of oil pressure it's carrying because the gauge isn't working, but the alternator is charging. So we're getting 13.8 volts here at idle, give or take. And it's just dead smooth. So that's what I've been working on a little bit off and on for quite a while. So we're going to get a few more things done with it. I'm going to turn it back over to the owner and he can go back to playing with it.